Hey, you found my video. Today I'm going to review my Tesla Model Y. I've been owning this car for almost a year now. So I want to talk about my experience owning this car, and especially compared to my last car, a Volvo XC90s. What are the pros and cons, and what are the things I like about this car, what are the things I don't like about this car. So if you like this video, please subscribe to help with the channel. So I'm going to go over about 3 things I like about this car, about 4 things I don't like about this car, and go to conclusions, right? So first things that as a Tesla owners, what you should like about is this dashboard, right? This 15-inch computers right here. This is everything that you need, and you're not gonna get this experience in any other cars, right? You can watch Netflix, Disney Plus, YouTube on this 15-inch monitors, and it's just a very good experience there. And the autopilot is great. It actually does work. I did try with the trial, but to me the base autopilot essentially is the adaptive cruise control auto steering. That is enough for me and should be enough for most people. All right. So this dashboard is everything you like about it. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is obviously superchargers, right? Especially recently, I just took a trip to Vancouver. It's about 200 miles away, and I would say the road trip was pretty painless. All right, it's easy. Supercharger is a lot faster than I thought. And what we have heard about having a dinner or lunch and using a supercharger at the same time, that story actually check out. I have tried it. It's very painless. So supercharger is definitely another reason to own this car. Third reasons will be the acceleration of an electric car. So compared to my last car, XC90, which is a very good car, but the acceleration of Tesla, of the electric car, is just no comparisons, right? All right, so now let's talk about 4 things I don't like about this car. All right, so number 1 is the interior design. I'm not gonna take look around, but this is obvious, right? It's compared to the interior design of a Tesla to a Volvo. You see a big difference, right? Everything is cheaply made. It's more of a electric car of the Toyota, right? Number 2, I would say, is this windshield. I have some problem with this windshield right here. A normal luxury car, especially with this price, it should come with some kind of tint, at least on the top part. Especially with this windshield, it's just very hot. It gets very hot. The sun just get to your eyes directly. It just get hotter than a normal car. I think it has to do something to do with how steep this windshield is compared to other cars. But with this price point, they should have just tint at least the top part of the windshield to keep it keep the temperature lower. But I know that that's a thing that you can do after the market, or you can tint the entire windshield. In some state that's allowed. That might be a thing that you wanted to do if that continue to be issues for you. All right, so other than the windshield is hot, the moonroof is hot as well. All right, which is why I have this filters at all times. Actually, I bought it from Tesla, and I have this 2 magnetic thing just to kind of stick this filter closer to the moonroof. In my opinions, a car with this price, right, should have just come with the automatic moonroof where you can cover it with the push of buttons. That's the second things that not a big fans of it. All right, third thing. Sorry, this is the third things I don't like about this. All right, so let's go to the four things about Tesla where I have issues. We'll go to go outside of the car. All right, the last thing that having an issue is, look at this, the tires and the rim. Here's one spot, and I have a second spot just like this. I'm trying to look for it right here. Another tire rip, another ring scratch right there. So what happened is that Tesla's tire is cheapest made as possible. All right, a car with this price should have a better tire to begin with. Even with a slight hit to the tire, you're gonna have a rip to the tire. Just like this one. Just like this one. All right, and the rim is actually outside. It's more extended to the outward than a regular car. So if you kill the curb even slightly, you are going to have some kind of scratch to the rim. Yeah, that's to me that is just not the best design that they can make. Other car doesn't make a rim like this, or at least the tire is not as cheaply made. Yeah. So essentially, these are 3 things I like about Tesla and 4 things I don't like about Tesla. But overall, I would say that in conclusions, I still feel like this is a very good car, very convenient to drive. So I would still drive this car. One thing that maybe we regret a little bit is that compared to Volvo XC90, the space is not. It's not big, but that's not a fair comparison, right? Comparing full-size SUV to a crossover. Anyhow, with even with Model X, there's still flaws, right? We really don't like the flying wings rear doors opening. So yeah, but I would say that if you want to buy an electric car, this is the car to get. Primarily because of the 3 reasons I talk about. But you have to live with some of the design flaws, right? It's coming from a luxury car, you're not gonna get those. All right, if you like the video, please subscribe.